Hello super learners. Welcome back. In our last lesson, we learned the 6 basic question words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Today, we're leveling up. We'll explore 10 more question words and phrases that will make your English sharper and your conversations richer. Let's get started. Which. We use which when we want someone to choose between options. Examples: which book do you prefer? Which road should we take? How many? We use how many to ask about the number of things we can count. Examples: how many apples are in the basket? How many students are in your class? How much? We use how much to ask about amounts we can't count, or about price. Examples: how much sugar do we need? How much does this shirt cost? How long? We use how long to ask about the length of time something takes. Examples: how long is the movie? How long have you lived here? How far? We use how far to ask about distance. Examples: how far is the nearest bus stop? How far can you run without stopping? Whose? We use whose to ask about ownership or possession. Examples: whose pen is this? Whose turn is it to speak? Whose. Whose is short for who is, or who has. Used when asking about a person's identity, or when talking about completed action. Examples: who's coming to the party? Who's finished their homework? How often? We use how often to ask about frequency, how many times something happens. Examples: how often do you exercise? How often does it rain here? Why don't? We use why don't to make a suggestion or give advice. Examples: why don't we go for a walk? Why don't you try a different approach? How come? We use how come as an informal way to ask why. Examples: how come you're late? How come you didn't call me? Awesome job! Now go over what we've learned and try making one question with each of these 10 and share them in the comments. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become,